Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it.
The real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, Luis Martinez, I see you. Thank you for joining me for this live stream today. As always, we got a lot to talk about, and I never take your kindness, generosity, and support for granted. The title today is I'll Take Happiness Over Love Any Day. I'm going to wait till a couple more people get on here. I see you, Sam Champion. What's up, Tom? He said COVID-19 is here to stay. Philippines need to make up its mind before they're all dead. They're going to have more people die from starvation than the virus. Maybe that's what they want. Hey, Smokey, I'm going to just do a little shout out before we get some people on here. I see you, Derek. Rod. Mark Galanders, Gong Me, Bobby G is the, I don't see the MTZ in the house yet. They'll be here though. Hey, Kaz Redman, he said, what's up, Calvin? House is looking good. Thank you. I'm going to check on him today, guys. What's up, Kenneth Roundtree, Rowan Troutman, K. Earls, Bravo 29. I appreciate everybody. Hey, Chuck, Smash, David B, Samuel D. Pickett, Paradise to Paradise. What's up, Calvin? If you want love, go to Paris. That's right. That's Jacob Tanjay and Ingram Davis. I see y'all here. All right. What's up, Jeffrey? Chatter? Yeah, we'll get a few more people on here, man. Yeah. They've got this Axis Infinity game over here. It's really just cryptocurrency, man. It's taking the Philippines by storm, man. Foreigners always ask me, hey, is there any way I can invest or whatever over there? Well, it's been a good time to get in on that game. Do your research, though, guys. Yes, it's big over here now. But it's just cryptocurrency. Hey, Jay Bianchini, Ron Bizzle, Matt Hagan. He says, hi, Calvin, when you coming back to Louisville? I don't know, to be honest with you. But I'm coming back, see my children, my grandchildren, but it won't be for long. I see you, Jerry McLeod. Well, I see that Milwaukee Bucks won the championship, man. I kind of I was rooting for Monty Williams, man. He with his wife getting killed in that car accident and everything, man. And plus, he's a great guy. Yeah, Jacob, she's back there. Booby's bad now. She's walking, unattended now, to be honest with you. And she's going to be a problem. That's for sure. But, yeah, before we get started, man, Tom was talking about the COVID's here to stay. He must have read my mind because the first thing I got on here is 8 more cases of the Delta variant were discovered in the Philippines. It's supposed to be 4 times more contagious, a lot more deadly. 4 cases was in Cagayan de Oro, 1 in Misamis Oriental, 1 in Manila, and 2 were returning Filipinos from overseas. That's all we need is, bad news like that. And those numbers are really lower because they just aren't testing enough people. In the United States, it's raging. They said 97.5% of the hospitalizations and 99% of the deaths are people who are not fully vaccinated. You know, but I don't want to start any arguments, guys, on this COVID. Like I said, I was out of the loop so long, I didn't know it was a big argument over there in my country, but it is. What's going on, Daryl Fillmore? Good to see you, brother. So, yeah, let's not argue about that, but it is what it is, man. The Delta's here in the Philippines, man, 8 more cases. Also, I want to thank everybody for sending me that Bureau of Immigration, what you want to call it, where they're talking about blacklisting and deporting YouTubers who are endorsers, influencers, selling products, who have sponsors, affiliated marketing. See, I don't do any of that, guys. I thank y'all for looking at, after my best interest. But see, when you do stuff like that, that's working. You cannot work over here on a tourist visa. Now, if you got a work visa, you can do that affiliated marketing. See, that's why I took down my T-shirts. I can't sell anything like that, guys. I didn't know. I'm very green on here, but that's why I did it, because that's working over here. I can't work on a tourist visa. Now, if they want to shut down vloggers whose channels are monetized like mine, they're going to have to shut down everybody then, except for the channels who aren't monetized. And then when they shut everybody else down, pretty soon the ones that are monetized are going to be monetized. They got to shut them down. I'll just, go somewhere else or do something else. Because, see, I'm versatile, guys. I can sing. I can write poetry. I can talk about more subjects than the Philippines, but I don't think they're going to get that technical. Because, like they said in the news when they put that out there, that, they're not holding it against us for vlogging about the country and providing entertainment for people during this pandemic. But hell, they're going to have to shut everybody down. Hey, Angelica Estrada, what's going on? But yeah, I thank y'all for that. But no, I don't endorse anybody. I don't sell anything. I'm not sponsored by anybody. No affiliated marketing, any of that, guys. Angelica Estrada. No, I'm not talking about the Raw Facts YouTube. I'm just talking about somebody sent me like something from the Bureau. I don't give a damn about the Raw Facts, He doesn't validate me. I'm going to tell you who validates me. You guys, my supporters. I've just hit 3 million views, man. See, that's what validates me. Not jealous people like that, man. I'm not even one to discuss raw facts. These guys come out of nowhere and they expect you to believe them. And some guy was on the other day, says, hey, he's vilifying you on there. You got to come clean or blah, blah, blah. Look, I don't owe him nothing. He has no credibility. He has no authority. What I tell him and people like you is this. Rule number 1, remember that. Shut the fuck up and mind your own business. Sunshine Shows ain't going nowhere. I just went over 3 million views. Thank y'all so much from the bottom of my heart. And that validates me. You guys, my supporters, not the haters. Okay? But let's move on. The crazy news, man, I read today, man. 1,000 contractual employees of the Bureau of Immigration, since we're talking about immigration, are not getting their salaries on time as the agency's express lane fund has gone belly up. There's no more money in that. And for anybody who doesn't know what the express lane fund is, when you go to renew your visa, they got an express lane and a regular lane. Express lane, you get it done like this, but you pay, I think, 500 pesos more. But see, by they're not allowing foreign tourists in here, that fund went broke. There's no more money in the fund. Now, it was a scandal in 2017. Duterte shut it down because there was rumors of corruption. But yeah, they can't get paid on time now because they were getting paid out of that fund, but it's dried up because they're not allowing foreign visitors in, foreign nationals in, and that's we're the ones who fund that express lane. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. You better click that express lane. Don't click that regular lane trying to save 500 pesos because it may take you 2 or 3 days to get your visa renewed. Just go ahead and check that express lane, and it's 500 pesos, guys. Um, Let me give you some figures on this. Pre-pandemic, they were collecting 1 billion pesos a year out of that express lane fund, man. It's big money. But because, the Philippines is suffering, man, all the way from this COVID and the health and travel restrictions to do with this COVID, man. That's a lot of money, man, that's not being put in here. But yeah. Mark Yolanda says corruption. Say it isn't so. Rowan Troutman said that's Andy Omar that's starting that stuff up. Yeah, I know. And he got the wind knocked out of him when Tim K confronted him and showed everybody what we already knew. They're cowards, man. Hey, Frank Ellis, good to see you, brother. Yeah, Brian Nichols said the Philippines needs to open up. But one thing I want to tell you guys, based on my title today, of the live stream is, don't make the mistake of recreating your old life when you get over here. There's a reason why you're escaping over here. Don't come over here and make the same mistakes that you made at home. With the nagging wife, the bills, the stress and the strain. Don't do that, guys. See, that's why I would take happiness over love any day. See, I'm going to tell you something, man. Filipinos aren't looking for love anyway. Love don't pay the rent. Love don't feed, don't put food on the table, guys. Listen to me, okay? If you offer somebody to starve in love, they're going to reject it. But if you offer them a meal that's going to bring them happiness, then they're going to love you for it. So, if you're searching for love, a lot of times, man, it's like, remember when I was telling you on my diet, a lot of times when I eat, I'm really not hungry, I'm thirsty. And that's what happens to us when we come over here. We're really not searching for love. We're really just lonely. We really need companionship. So we come over here looking for love, we end up finding the wrong thing. Come over here and get you some companionship, some female companionship. That's what you really need. It's not really about love sometimes. See? And another thing I put down here is we got to stop chasing these women over here, man. All right? Stop chasing these women over here. Let them chase you. Okay? You got something they need. They got something you want. There's 100, maybe 1,000 women that can give you what you want over here. There's only a very, very small percentage of men over here that are going to come over here that's going to give them what they need, okay? But we're doing it opposite, man. We flipped it around. Some genius, these people on these dating sites, they flipped it around. So they got us chasing these women. They got us buying these women. The good ones you cannot buy, okay? You don't have to buy them anyway, the good ones. The women you're buying, they're not the ones, they're not going to stay with you, okay? Hey, Colin B. Domingo Ojeda says, what's up, Calvin? Looking for love in all the wrong places. Absolutely. And that's what they're doing. See, a lot of us, I'm going to be honest with you, man. When I came over in 2009, I didn't come over here looking for love. I was not searching for love. I didn't even know about online dating until I was on a chat room where the guy says, man, if you're going to the Philippines, man, you better get on online dating and meet somebody, you're going 8,000 miles away. So I said, okay, I promise you, man, 2009, I had never even heard of online dating. I was just coming over here. I wanted to see the Philippines, man. I wasn't coming over here to meet a woman. I wasn't trying to fall in love. I wasn't doing anything. I just wanted to get as far away from the United States as I could. Let me remind you that 2 months prior to that, February of 2009, I went to Cancun, Mexico under the same premise. I just wanted to go there and relax and get away from the hustle bustle. So I said, well, let me go to the Philippines. I didn't come over here, Now, my second trip is when, because the first time I went over there, I really there really wasn't a connection, really. Yeah, I met a woman and we spent 2 weeks together, but there really wasn't a connection. I didn't make that connection, which turned out to be my mistake, until my second trip. And I met the beautiful young lady that I end up getting emotional and having feelings for, man. See, it was the second time, and that caused me all kind of trouble, and I was going down that road ever since until I woke up and said, I don't need to be loved over here. I love the weather over here. I love the low cost of living. I love the way the people are treated. I love the freedom over here. See, but yeah, when I went down that lover's lane, man, I had all kind of problems over here, man. So first of all, find out what it is you're coming over here for. This is the reason why the Filipina always wins, because she knows exactly what she wants. She knows how to get it, and she's not going to deviate from her plan. We come over here thinking we're looking for love, and really we're only needing companionship. Okay? Yeah, Kona Ranger says it's nice to get away from the BS in the USA sometimes. And that's why I came over here. See? To get away. I didn't come over here. I wasn't looking for love when I came over here. Believe it or not. Yao Kanan Ban, I'm sorry, Apararim says, Calvin, do you recommend sending a few pesos to Filipino on Facebook? There's a girl you never met. Absolutely not. Why do you feel an obligation to do that? They were poor before you met them. So, and somehow, some way they were surviving. When we send money, guys, a lot of times, we do more harm than we do good. Okay, you send her that $200, which is nothing to you, $200, but it's a lot of money to her, 10,000 pesos. What happens when you don't send any more? Hey, Mr. Chip, good morning. Doug Carr, hey, John Wells, welcome. We're going to have the Sunshine Shoulders, Moonshine Shoulders happy hour tomorrow. So many people asked about it, so I'm going to bring John on here tomorrow, live, so y'all can catch up with John. Michael Mirday. Frank L. said, Cal, seems like you still have a thing for your first girl. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that when I start going down that road of, chasing women over here and getting emotionally involved with strangers, really, I ran into a lot of trouble, man. I started feeling obligated to take care of them and their families, when really I didn't even know them. I really wasn't looking for love, man. I was just looking really for some companionship is what I wanted. I wasn't looking for love, but then the biggest mistake we can do is we can fall in love with a stranger, because she's not going to fall in love with you. It's going to take a long time for her to fall in love with you. That's not how it works over here. And so you're going to be behind the 8 ball. She's got you now, But no, I don't have a thing for my first girl, because the very first woman over here I met that I had emotions for, she told me she was 22. We had a relationship for about 6 or 7 months. Then I found out on her birthday that she was actually 18 when I met her. She had turned 19, and I dropped it. So no, I don't have any feelings for anybody like that. Because Frank Ellis, it wasn't really love that I was looking for. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't love. Because love, I love my mother, even though she's deceased. I love my father. That's a love that never dies. I love my sisters and brothers. I love my children. This is a love that no matter what happens, no matter what they do, it never dies. It stays there. I'm 58. I've been loving my oldest sister. She's 71 for 58 years. And on down, and even my little brother who's 10 years younger than me, I've been loving him for 50 years of his whole life. It's a love that never goes away. So the women over here that I say that I love, that we were in love, it wasn't real love, man, because the love's not there. Hey, John Gomez, what's going on? I love LaChan said, I wish $200 wasn't a lot of money to me. I mean, you know what I'm saying. It's a lot more over here than it is at home. Hey, Love Beat Muse, good to see you. Yeah, Michael Mirza said, moonshine, sign me up. Pokey Breast says, I would take some American honey. Yeah, tomorrow's a happy hour, man. We bringing John back. We're going to let y'all get caught up. Yusuf Amar Habib said, the girl I'm talking to eventually asked me for money to help pay her electric bill. I told her I was close to ending the friendship due to that. She apologized, and she still talks to me. Yeah, see, because be careful, man, sending money over here to women you've never met. I mean, why do you feel the need to do that is what I'm asking. Not just you, yourself, but anybody. Hey, LaVon White, why do we feel the need to do that, guys? Your friend asked you for $20. You won't even loan him $20. And you've been knowing him your whole life. But if a woman asks you, hey, send me some money over here for electric bill, or I'm sleeping on the floor, and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, she's been sleeping on the floor years before she met you. We feel the need to want to take care of them. I don't get it, guys. But, if somebody can explain that to me, explain it to me, and we can talk about that. Believe it or not. Mark Galanda said chasing women means you're desperate and weak. Yeah, I mean, especially, here, man, when you don't have to chase women. Remember, you don't have to buy women here, man. Especially the good ones. The ones you're buying, they're not worth your time of the day, guys. They're not going to be there when you need them. They're not going to be there in the end, man. It's the ones you don't have to buy. And it's plenty of them, the majority of them. You don't have to buy. They're never going to ask you for money because remember I did that video. Filipinos, they know the reputation that Filipinos have around the world of only wanting money and, begging and panhandling and stuff like that. So the good women, they're never going to ask you because they know of the unspoken agreement. So if you ever, err on the side of caution, if you think, should I send her money or should I not? Don't do it. Because it's not, the feelings that you got for her, you got to ask yourself, are they real feelings? Am I lonely? Is that why I'm feeling the way I am for this lady? What is it? You've never met her? I mean, I don't get it. Yusuf said, if a man's in his 40s and has an 18, 20-year-old girl, 21-year-old girl, is that frowned upon? Absolutely not. Now, in their culture, it is. But as a foreigner coming over here, no, this has been going on probably since 1899, if you're an American. We've been coming over here since then, at least, believe it or not. So you see it all the time over here. You don't even get a second look. I'm 20 years older than my girlfriend. I'm 58. She's 39, but hell, we don't look that strange. So if you're in your 40s, hell, you still looking young. The girl's 18 to 21. No, they're not. But make sure she is at least 18. Okay. Mark Mean says, I'm 45 and at my age, companionship is gold. Being happy with someone in the Philippines is cool. Yeah. You don't have to be in love, What's your definition of love anyway? See, I know when I'm happy, but I don't know when she loves me. or if she even loves me, but I know when I'm happy, see? And that's what, see, because when you're happy, it includes love, it includes all of that, man. You know, if she leaves, so what? You know, because I've got this happiness, I can put anybody in there. You know, you can exchange them, but you're still going to be happy. You come over here and you fall in love with the wrong person, man, you're gonna have trouble, man. Wonders of Life says, I love 19-year-old Scots. But yeah, people aren't going to, you're not going to get a second thought. Now, she may get some pushback, Yusuf, but only because people are jealous. They're going to see the new life she's living, the new life that you're living, y'all living together. And, you know, how can they knock her for that? Remember, everybody wants a new life. Let's not penalize the Filipino for that. But don't come over here and be a fool either. Know who it is you're dealing with. Give yourself a break, man. It's not always about love, man. Come over here and get familiar with the country, the culture, and everything like that. Because the woman is the last thing you got to worry about, man. Ron Bizzle says people of the USA mix love and sex as the same thing. Yeah, it's a big mistake. Hey, Jawan Ward. Hey, Michelle Bonham. Your pokey breast says compassion, Cal. You know, I don't really know what it is, but I don't think it's love. I don't think you can fall in love with somebody online. You know, she definitely is not falling in love with you. You know, it's I'd rather just be happy, man, over here, because I don't want to make the same mistakes that I made in America and be miserable over here. Then what's the point of me being over here if I'm going to be miserable? See, I came over here. I want a new life, man. I'm trying to tell y'all this. I just don't want a new address. I really wanted to recreate my life over here. Leave all that stress and strain and all that other stuff that, you know, that caused me all the problems. Leave it back there. Come over here and be happy. And Mr. Chip makes a great point. He said, depends on the guy. Absolutely. See, we all don't want the same thing. You know, so just because one guy comes over here for something don't mean you got to come over here for the same thing. But it's important to know why you're over here. What is it that you want? We always talk about what the Filipino wants and what she's asking for. What do you want? That's the reason why she beats us with that pair of deuces and jack high. When we step off the plane, guys, listen to me, with a damn royal flush. There's no way you should lose, but we end up losing over and over and over again because we don't know what we want. You come over here, you know what you want. Say, look, I ain't looking for love. That's why the John wins so much over the Joe. He knows what he wants when he gets here. He knows what to get. He knows how much it's going to cost. And he don't give a damn what people think about him. But Joe's, we always looking around wondering, okay, I'm with this 21-year-old. I'm 45. You feel ashamed. Well, don't come over here then. You know, because they're not worried about that. Travel Mike says, I think I will go to Nicaragua soon. No damn telling when the Philippines will open up. Yeah. John Powell says, get the likes up. This is good information, people. I just like to start the conversation. You know, let's help each other, man. You know, your experiences somewhere else can help you here and help somebody else here. Johnny or Bruce says, hit the like button. Yeah, it's free, guys. Y'all know it helps me. Is Cal Deadman here yet? I'm going to put his ass on timeout when he does show up. Girl Stip Pop. He says, I'm thinking you must have some significant level of love for your girlfriend or at least deep trust. You bought land and are in the process of building a house. Some love? Yeah, but it's not about love. If she left now, I'd finish that house for my daughter. I wouldn't leave the Philippines. Okay. It's all about me being happy and loving myself first. See? You know, and then I'm able to love her and anybody else. But yeah, it's more about a dream of mine. I had a dream in my house, in my mind, since about 2014 to build a small house over here. When I came over here in 2018, I had 17,000 cash in my pocket on my card to build a house. But it never happened because they talked me out of it. So it's always been there. The opportunity has arisen for me to do it, girl. So I'm doing it. Do I trust her? Absolutely, because I sleep next to her every night. Okay? I close my eyes and I go to sleep next to her every night. Yeah, you got to trust somebody to do that. I don't take that for granted. But it's not about her. See? That house over there is not about her. Me being here is not about her. See? Because if I'm not happy, I'm not going to build a house. I'm not going to build anything if I'm not happy. I got to be happy first. See? But that's a great question and, you know, a great comment, man. Yusuf says, Calvin, if you leave your country to escape the stress, then what new stresses might there be living in the Philippines? It can't be perfect, I'm sure. No, but it's not the same stresses, Yusuf. See, I don't face the racism that I did over there. That's stressful. The rat race over there, the hamster wheel, I don't have that over here. Okay, so what I did was the stresses over here I can easily deal with because life's not easy. But so I'm exercising more. I'm eating better. You understand what I'm saying? But the stresses that were killing me, I've escaped from. You know, and that's what I'm talking about. Now every day over here isn't perfect, but when I see that sun shining, man, I tell you what. And you can talk to any psychologist, any doctor, they'll tell you that it goes a long way to help for your mental health, your anxiety, and all of that, man. So that's what I'm saying, Yusuf. Yeah, there's stuff over here that you're going to miss. You're going to miss your family. But that doesn't cause me the kind of stress that getting up, going to a job every day for 30 years that I hate, it doesn't cause me that kind of stress. I'm going to live longer over here if I stay here than if I went home. Yusuf, I promise you, if I was still in America, I'd be dead already. Hey, thank you, LeVon White, for that super chat. He says, I have a saying, I'm used to getting hit in the head 4 times a day in the U.S. I'm looking for a place with less blows. I'm willing to venture for a new life. Absolutely, man. And that makes a lot of sense. That kind of answers your question, Yusuf. If I'm only hit if I'm only going to get hit in the head 1 time over here versus 4 in America, give me the 4 hits over here. Superstar Jones, know what you want. I like the message today. Absolutely. And that's our problem. We don't know what we want when we get over here. See? I mean, really, we don't. We think we do. If, some guys want a wife. So come over here, get you a wife and go on back. I stay over here with her and do that. Some guys want sex. Some guys want a new life with less stress, like me, to get off the hamster wheel. Whatever it is you want, though, know what you want when you get over here. Are you going to lose, man? It's the same reason why we have so many problems at home. It's the reason why you got that 1% running the world, because they know exactly what they want. Everybody else, we're just running around, backing into jobs. Most of us are working on jobs that, because somebody said they're hiring over here. It's not because that's what you want to do. And you with a girlfriend because all you both was drunk at the club and you got together and, that sort of thing. It's very few people that you can walk up to and say, hey, what is it you want out of life? And they can be specific about it. See, I can do that now. I didn't used to be able to do that until I started reading Napoleon Hill, Dr. Dennis Kimball, things like that. And they taught me how to do that, to have a definite purpose. 98% of the people, they'll be general with it. They'll say, oh, I want to be happy. I want lots of money. But they can't tell you exactly what they want. So, yeah, you got to know what you want when you get over and see the Filipino. That's why she's so far ahead of us. She knows exactly what she wants. Teddy Bear says, kick back, take your time, and just enjoy your travels. You're bound to meet some nice people and even women. It comes with the territory. I couldn't have said even better. I couldn't say it any better than that. But we're in a rush when we get over here. For some reason, I don't understand it. This society over here is slow, it's methodical, and it's going to drive you crazy coming from the West. All right? But you got to slow down when you get over here. We're in a rush. And then they understand that. They put you on a clock, knowing nothing happens fast over here. Smoky Mountain Model says, I want to go up in the mountains for coffee and take in the view and say all is well with the world. See? Because some of y'all got money, man. So you're not coming over for the money. You don't have to work. You know, some of you are not dealing with depression and anxiety. So you know how to relax when you get over here. You know. But at least know what it is you want. And you're going to find it over here. Yeah, Travel Mike says, if you're in the Philippines, it's easy to find another comparable or a better woman. Says, no need to stress over a woman. Yeah, but we bring those bad habits, Travel Mike, from America. We bring them over here. See? That's what we do. That's exactly what we do. We bring up those bad habits over there. We used to chasing women over there and paying for everything over there. And so we bring it over here. We stressing on women, not realizing that Filipinos they're not running out of Filipinos. Every single day, more of them are turning 18. There's more of what you're looking for over here, not less. So get that in your mind. You're not buying something that's rare and, in demand. You're buying something that's overstocked. This is an overstocked item. You never pay full price or twice the price for an overstocked item. So why are we doing it over here? Kona Ranger says, I've had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened. That's beautiful. And I'm going to tell you, I was in a taxi cab over here one time. And they played the radio and a commercial came on. It was about it was like a psychologist. It was an ad for something like that. They said 92% of the things we worry about never happen. 92%. And the other 8% that do happen says worrying doesn't help. So why do we worry? But we do. Yeah, Gabriel, the Moody says Filipinos are less in other countries. Why not go to the source of all of them? Yeah, because, and that answers a question of one of my subscribers. He said, tell your subscribers that until the Philippines opens, they can go to Singapore, they can go to places where the Philippines are overseas workers. I was like, well, hell. And then you're going to be fighting over them for real. There's so few of them. Just wait and come to where the source is if you really want a Filipino. Hey, Michael Dawsonville, good to see you, man. Glad to see you back. He said, what's up, brother? I'm on the road driving back home from Canada. All right, while I'm listening to Sunshine Shoulders, 29 hours drive. Wow. Montreal to Fort Lauderdale. Oh, my God. I hope you're going to stay all night somewhere. Cedric, thank you. Cedric Rogers says, I'm sending blessings to the channel. I appreciate it. What's up, James Lyons? I'm good to see you, brother. He's an unofficial, he's an official member of the NTZ. I love the channel. Says the media helps make people worry. Absolutely. And that's why I made that video yesterday. I mean, I'm a vlogger, guys. They was like, oh, man, don't be so upset. I really wasn't upset. But I had to address that article that said the Philippines was the most dangerous country in the world. Under no circumstances, I don't care what type of criteria they were using. That's fake news, man. I'm living over here. I can tell you that it's not. I've been to some of those other places that are listed above the Philippines. To say that the Philippines is the most dangerous, man, that's a stretch, man. I mean, I'm sorry. I had to address that, and I did. But, yeah, you're right about that. It is the media, man. They'll tell you there's no reason why Thailand should have 39 million visitors and the Philippines only 8 million. There's other things besides the infrastructure, the better infrastructure to Thailand working in that equation, man. They're right over here in the same area, man. There's no way. Something's going on. Hey, what's up, Johnny, New York? Jason Flint says, hey, guys, what's going on? I'm here. Happiness is the bomb. Absolutely. Give me happiness over everything else. I don't know if she loves me or when she's going to love me. I know when I'm happy. Mr. Chip said, let them believe it, Calvin. More pickings for the rest of us. It's going to be that way for the rest of my life, because of this jacked up reputation the Philippines has for being a dangerous country. Only 8 million people visited here, and that was the most since they've been, counting those numbers. Imagine that. 8 million in a country of 111 million? You can go places where you won't see a foreigner. Paul Smith says, what does the State Department say about safety in the Philippines? Paul, they usually have the Philippines as a 2. When the COVID came, it was a 3. And then as the COVID got worse, it's a 4. Now, some areas, like they say Mindanao, they say it's a 4. Like, don't go there at all. Or rethink your travel to the Philippines. But normally it's just a 2. Just, be on your P's and Q's and different things like that. John Gomez said, that was a jewel, Calvin. You said the right things in that video. Nice. I appreciate it, John. But by me living here, John, there was just no way I could let that come by without saying nothing. I don't know about other vloggers, man. That was a slap in my face, and I was like, man, this is crazy. The Philippines is the most dangerous country in the world. Yusuf says, Calvin, do you own a car there? No. You can talk to John. He does. I don't. I would never, ever, and I can say never, own a car here. I would never drive a motorcycle here. Believe it or not, man, I've had some close calls on my bicycle. Dana Middleton, great comment. He says, people say that if they win the lottery, it will solve all their problems. He said, wrong. It means that you're just going to have a different type of problem. The Philippines are a lottery win, yeah. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I was like, I've got to address this because so many of us, we read the news and we watch the news, and I've just been over here too long. I couldn't let them get away with that. What's going on, CT Hill from Albany, Georgia? Joe San Augustine said, agree, brother. It's obvious whoever researched that data from that article has never spent a day in Iraq or Afghanistan. I speak from experience. 5 tours, wow, in Iraq and 2 tours in Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, yeah. Wow, Joe, my hat's off to you. It's crazy, though. I mean, to be honest with you, I haven't had any problems. I didn't have any problems in Mexico But I was only there for 2 weeks. Luis Martinez says, is the slow pace the worst thing in the Philippines? It is, as far as I'm concerned, because it's such a drastic change. It's really a contrast from what you're used to. You know, everything in America is like this. When you get over here, man, it moves slow. And it'll drive you crazy. And that's really the worst thing for me. Hey, Advanced Managed, thanks for that super chat. He says, just found you, brother. A video where you wanted some street food, then noticed a couple of kids and bought some food for them, too. Your predisposition is to help. The video ended with the message of making an effort to help others. Absolutely, man. Thank you. And I do that, man, because somebody did it for me. But I was brought up like that. My mother taught us love and compassion for other people. I'd come home from school any given day, man. It'd be a whole other family living with us. And need I remind you, my mother didn't have any extra money. I'm talking about that's just where I was raised. And then you got to understand, man, over here, see, Filipinos, they had a lot behind that veil. They're struggling over here in this pandemic, man. And I see it. You know, the horrors of these lockdowns and pandemic, they're all around me, man. I can't walk past it, you know. And it's the law of compensation, man. If you help other people, you're helping yourself. See, eventually. Hey, Mr. Vegas, he said, Calvin, that was brilliant what you said about overpaying for an overstocked item. It's true, though, but Mr. Vegas, but we bring that information, that bad information, by the way, from our home countries over here. These women don't even want you to buy them. Vance Managed, thanks for the super chat. He said, it came to me, accumulate in the West, and when you're ready, make an impact somewhere else. I will meet you one day when I pass a line. God bless you, brother. Here's another bit to help on me. I appreciate it, man. And that's true. The $1,400, $1,500 that I was able to accumulate in America and brought over here every month, I was able to help some people. When I first started Sunshine Shoulders, I was sacrificing. Need I remind you, sacrificing, because nothing was coming in. Everything was going out. $25 a week. And man, it made a great impact, man, on people's lives over here. Can you imagine having nothing, being hungry, and somebody gives you a 25-kilo sack of rice that's going to feed your family for a month? I mean, that's a big deal. See, that's happiness right there. See, you know, if you offer a hungry man love, man, he's going to reject it. You give him something to eat, he's going to accept it, he's going to be happy, and then he's going to love you for it. That's just the way I see it, man. Yeah, Raven Nelson says, always be aware of your surroundings no matter where you are. And that's how the Paul Smith asked me, how does the State Department? That's a tool. That's saying, you know, come over here, proceed with caution, use your common sense, always be aware of your surroundings. You know, they'll tell you stuff like, stay away from big crowds and places like that where, you know, bombs and stuff can go off. But I was giving you boots on the ground information yesterday, as I always do. To be honest with you, man, you know, that's why I say those people, they're dealing with a bunch of figures and a bunch of numbers and a bunch of data that they're crunching to come up with that, when I'm actually living here. And I'm saying, I call bullshit on that article. I said, this is not, under no circumstances, the most dangerous country in the world. I mean, I think you got, that's being irresponsible for you to even put that out there like that. It's crazy. Let's see what we got. Mark Ratner says, Calvin, twice in my life, I've been intimately involved in a newsworthy story. In both cases, the story was greatly embellished. The media makes stories exciting for the purposes of making money. Absolutely. It's that shock and awe, Mark, that I'm sure you know about. It's part of our survival mechanism that, self-preservation, that our antennas go up when we hear negative stuff. Okay. That's why the news is full of negative stuff. It's never full. You're not going to see sunshine shoulders on the news. All right. I'm just saying, you're not going to see that. You're going to see that other stuff on the news that's going to scare you half to death. Hey, Baloo John from Fargo, North Dakota. Man, they done put something in y'all's water up there, brother. Some man kills his mother, then kills the police, then another man kills his Filipino girlfriend. All in the same week. Dana says, do I need a power converter for my electrical devices? Remind everybody to like this chat. Now, let me remind you that your cell phone chargers, your computer chargers, they already have their converter built in, Dana. Now, for other things, your small appliances, maybe like your shaver and any television and stuff like that, absolutely. Johnny Abreu says, are you going to do an update about Baby Denise and how they are doing? No, I'm not allowed over there anymore, Johnny. I had to back away from that situation. I was going to get in some big trouble. Hey, thanks, John Gomez, for the super chat. He says, I predict the NTZ one day will create a group that can do big things in the Philippines. Man, when this thing opens up, because one guy asked me, he says, where do you think your channel's headed once the Philippines open up? I said, it's just going to get bigger because now I'm going to get guys over here with me who are thinking on the same level as me. Y'all going to need me more when you get over here than you do sitting on your couch. See? This is when we're really going to be interacting with each other, man. And, 2 heads, 3 heads is better than one, John Gomez. So, yeah, I think your prediction is right. But, yeah, Johnny Abreu, I had to back away from that a long time ago, and I did a video on that telling you why. I mean, things got really strange. And, I was being accused by the mother of using her and Baby Denise for views and subscribers and, just stuff like that. And, see, I've only intentionally helped 2 people over here, Donna and Baby Denise, and Ricky and his family. See, but yeah, I never really intend specifically help anybody. It's usually indiscriminate help that I provide with that spin wheel. See, that way nobody can say I'm being showing favoritism or anything like that. But yeah, there's a lot of just crazy accusations coming out from over there. And I mean, it knocked me dead. I was like, nah, I better get out of here. This doesn't look good. But yeah, one of my subscribers sent Donna 5,000 pesos the other day. Her and Baby Denise came over here. And we gave Baby Denise, we bought her a toy projector. It's nice because Donna said get her something with sound. It made sound and it showed pictures and stuff on the walls. Really nice. But yeah, we still see them from time to time. But no, I don't have a whole lot of interaction with them anymore. But I still love them. And if Donna needs anything from me right today, she can get it. Hey, Cliff Peterson from Augusta, Georgia. I keep forgetting it. Is James Brown from there? A little Richard. Yeah, Vance managed. Thank you, brother. Rasta Nadi says, hey, Calvin, good to see the house getting built. Around December, it should be completed. Probably before that. Let's see. July, August, probably somewhere around the end of September. If that 3 months, if the weather holds up, Rasta. And then, because remember, I'm going to put that guest house there. I'm going to use the leftover materials and then probably buy a little bit more materials and then pay the workers. because the engineer said I don't have to do any more of that. I don't have to file any paperwork or anything. It's so small. He said that. But yeah, hopefully it's done before December. Yeah, Patrick Barker. He said, just a heads up, Calvin. I'm sure you already heard. That group of angry expats and a few Filipinos have added you to their long list of successful bloggers they think are scammers. Well, who are them to say somebody's a scammer or not? I mean, who am I scamming? I don't understand it. Go on, see what you have to understand, Patrick, is they never mentioned my Sunshine Shoulders Facebook page, which is where this is all started. It's all transparent there. I mean, who am I scamming? I don't understand it. And who are they? They have no credibility. They have no authority. They don't validate me. My viewers and subscribers and supporters validate me. I just went over 3 million views, man. That's what I'm happy about. I don't care what they say. I mean, who cares what they say? Who are they? Hey, Luis Martinez, he said, I wonder how many of your followers will be on your live stream, Calvin, when the Philippines opens. A lot, because, Luis, they're not going to come over here all at the same time. See? And some of them will never come anyway, because they're afraid. See? But yeah, I think it's going to be more. I think my channel is going to continue to grow. And see, Patrick Barker, once I reach 50,000, because I ain't really done nothing yet. I'm thankful. I'm grateful for my 20,000 subscribers, man, in my core group of supporters. But once I get to 50,000, I already made up my mind. I'm going to make a video. I'm going to address those people. But right now, they're not even on my radar, man. They just looking for, YouTube calls us creators. If you live in the Philippines, or you're over here in the Philippines, with everything going on around you, everything about this place, the Philippines is one of the most popular subjects on YouTube. And you can't create content other than putting somebody down. You shouldn't even be a vlogger, man. So, that's just the way I look at it. Especially if you're a Filipino, a Filipina. This is your country. I mean, you got the whole world watching, and that's all you can do is put somebody down. I mean, that's a sorry excuse. Yeah, Levon White, he said Calvin is clickbait to draw views. That's right, because they can't create like the successful vloggers over here, So that's the only way they can do it. It's pure jealousy, man, and they don't validate me. Y'all guys validate me. See? Yeah, Kona Ranger says, you're smart, Calvin. Back off when it gets like that. I had to, because her neighbor was telling me that she was talking about me and blah, blah, blah. See, they call that a peculiar mental twist. See, when you forget how bad you were, once you start getting help and you start getting better, you forget how sick you were. You forget how bad it was. And that's what happened. But my whole thing is this. If you look at Donna, she's not the same person that we met when we first met. We changed her life, man. She's somebody totally different. We brought her back to life, man. And I don't have anything against Donna, but yeah, she said some stuff that I could not stay there in good conscience and deal with. Hold on, I gotta let my mother-in-law in. I got it. Where's the key? Where's the key? Yeah, I do it. Oh, here it is. I got it. Woo! Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I had to let them in the gate. Thank y'all. Fayette, I guess that Jim, I guess that's French. He said haters going to hate. That's all it is, man. I don't understand it. It's just, if Mr. Biloxi Farmer says, I agree with this topic. When I dated American ladies, I had more bad days than good. Now it's like 90% great days with my Filipino. I enjoy my happiness now. Yeah, it's more important to me than love, man. I don't care if anybody loves me. How do you know somebody loves you anyway? Because they say they love you? I know when I'm happy. See? But I don't know when somebody loves me, to be honest with you. He said, let my mother-in-law in. You don't hear that much in the United States. That's right, Smokey. But over here you do. Mr. Biloxi Farmer said, never feed the trolls. They're doing it for the cash from clicks or just the troll. Yeah, you're right. Maximus says, Cal, who's older, you or your mother-in-law? Remember I had 3 relationships over here. I've only been older than one, and that's my son's mother, my first son's mother. I think I'm like 3 years older than her and the father, but she's 65. I'm 58. Yeah, she's older. And of all the mothers, this is the one I get along with, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because she's not shy. See, they're so bashful and they're so shy. Even after being here for 12 years, man, if I go to Cebu, if I go to Zamboanga, it's like they just met me. Yeah, David Vargas said, hey, Calvin, I left a message with that young, pretty Filipino vlogger, letting her know that all her negative talk, something that the high school kids do. Yeah. See, she's got everything that it takes, David, to be a successful vlogger. Somebody gave us some bad information to be a troll. I mean, it's a lonely life. It's one because, see, Filipinos, they have onion skin, man. They're very sensitive, man. They can't handle that. What she's throwing out, she can't handle once it starts coming back, But she's got everything it takes to be successful. She's nice looking, She lives in the Philippines. She's got, but somebody, gave her the wrong information, and she's going to pay for it. Milos Kozarak says, I'm 57 in Oslo. Hopefully it will be possible going to the Philippines in September on my vaccination, being fully vaccinated. Not sure they will open up by then. Man, that's going to be a stretch. Remember, we're almost at August now. Yeah. Hey, Reba Squillo says, Reba Squillo says, hello, Sir Calvin. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see what we got. Okay, James Calhoun says, James Brown's from Augusta. So Little Richard is from Macon. That's right. I get it mixed up. Hey, Dana Milton, thanks for the super chat. He said, Calvin, you do more Philippines image overseas than their government does. Thank you, brother. And I'm going to take your word for it. I'm not going to bring that up. But I really appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm trying to get some people, man, to get out of their heads, man, and get on over here. You don't have anything to worry about, man, because, I'm really shocked. If you look at Vietnam, you look at all these Southeast Asian countries over here, man, they dwarf the Philippines in international visitors, Malaysia. And I'm like, okay, yeah, they may have a better infrastructure, but how does the new man and woman know that? How do they know that Thailand has a better infrastructure than the Philippines if they've never been to the Philippines? So something's at play here, man. And I don't understand it because it should be, man, they should have just as many as over here as Thailand. Remember, the Philippines has 111 million people. It's spread out, archipelago. And, 8 million, man, that's like not even having anybody over here for real. They could swallow up that 39 million. You still wouldn't be running over people. Efren Dunlap said everything ain't for everyone. He said a lot won't make the trip there. Haters exist everywhere. Yeah, you're saying a lot there, but you're right. It's a long trip over here, guys. It's a certain type of individual that comes to the Philippines. But it's the same type that goes to Thailand. We're right in the same region, really. They're only 4 hours apart. Hey, Simply Actors, thank you. I appreciate it. Your friendship, your kindness, you and your husband. But yeah, you're right. Everybody's not going to make that trip because it's a long way over here. But it's worth it. I'm on record to tell you that it's worth it. I'd rather fly here 18 hours than go somewhere else for 6 or 7 hours. Hey, Pokey Bear, thank you for the super chase. You are hard as a tour guy. Can you get a kitchen pass? Hey, I tell you what, brother. Whoever comes here and I'm available, man, we'll go around, man. It's no problem. Because that's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna need me more when you get here than now. And then you're gonna see that I'm not feeding you a bunch of BS. I'm giving you the nitty gritty. This is really how it is over here, man. When you get over here, and you've chosen that one online that you think you done fall in love with, you're going to kick yourself, man. You're going to see some women over here that's going to knock your socks off, man. And you're going to be like, and they're going to be just as accessible as the one online, because I get it, guys. I know why we go online. It seems easy. What seems easy over here? Let me remind y'all that I did for my last live stream. I had to go to Bacolod Monday, right? So I had to go. I'm by myself now because I'm not with my girlfriend. I go to the Sirius bus liner, right? And man, these young girls, they all on me, man. I mean, really, look at me. I'm not something special to look at. I'm not Prince or Michael Jackson or nothing, but man, they were on it, guys. And I couldn't believe they swarming. I asked the girl for the noodles. Hell, she brought me inside there. I could have just ate the noodles there. Oh, she wanted me to come in there and sit down, and she sat right across from me, smiling. Oh, it was something, man. That's what's going to happen when you get over here. You don't have to. It's not necessary for you to get a woman online, but I get it. I understand. Hey, Simeon Jimenez, thanks for the super chat. He said, hey, Calvin, do you use the VA Medical Center in Manila for medical? I don't. It's an outpatient. He says, I'm 52 years old, about to retire in 7 years and plan to reside in the Cebu area. I don't. It's an outpatient. But they do have the foreign medicine program that you can sign up for. And it handles like the inpatient. But I'm thinking it's all war related. But no, I told y'all over and over, I've got the field health. It helps on inpatient care, nothing on outpatient care. But outpatient care here is affordable, man. It's cheap and affordable. Go see a doctor, it's about $10 or less. But yeah, Simeon, you can now go ahead and sign up for that now while you're waiting to get over here. Don't wait, because you have to be signed up and in their system for them to see you anyhow. And right now it's such a damn hassle just to get to Manila. If I went to Manila, man, I'd have to get swab tests. I'd have to get a medical certificate, clearance from the Philippine National Police, and then wherever I'm going in Manila, I have to get the okay for them. And then a quarantine. Then when I come back, I got to do the same thing. It's too much right now, guys. I promise you. To be honest with you. Sam Champion says, folks, there's a huge den filled with trolls and haters against Sunshine Shoulders. I will not mention any names here, but just be mindful that they are out there in huge numbers. Yeah, and Sam, remember, they don't validate me. My supporters validate me. And that's really all I'm worried about, man. Those guys, man, it's all about jealousy, because that's the only way I can, Levon White says, I called out Mike in a live chat. I sent him a super chat that he tried to avoid reading. England will tell you he made poor excuses for the hate. Yeah, I know. But he claims that I'm the inspiration for his channel. Jason Will says being content is better than happy. Happy is temporary. Yeah, but see, you have to understand, Jason, read the definition of contentment. It means happy and satisfied. See? So when you're happy, you're content. That's the definition of content. Happy and satisfied. Hey, Travel Mike, thank you so much for that super chase. I met my ex online, my ex-wife. She was absolutely beautiful, 21 and tiny. But after I seen the women there, I knew I made a mistake. Go there single. Absolutely. Because you may not be looking for a wife. You may not be looking for love. You may just think you are. But when you come over here, man, you're going to see some stuff. I warned you. I see it every day, and I'm in a little small place like St. Carlos City. I see the cutest, sexiest women every single day, man. Okay? But I'm happy now because I'm happy. It's not about love for me. If it was, I just come over here and be a John. If it was about women now for me. It's not about a woman for me anymore. I'm going to have a woman, but that's not what it's about. True King Gaming says it takes a while to understand what another's love looks like. I agree. See, but a lot of us are just lonely. We're not really looking for love. We're looking more for companionship. And once you get that companionship, see, then you can settle down and calm down. But, if you come over here looking for love and you fall in love with the wrong place, the wrong person, there's no worse place to fall in love with the wrong person than the Philippines. Okay? When it's good, it's as good as it gets. But when it's bad, it's as bad as it gets. Because I'm going to do a video. It's called Superman Meets Wonder Woman in the Philippines. It's about the reputation of foreigners. We're looked at as Superman, and we look at Filipinos as Wonder Women. As a Wonder Woman, and it ain't all what it appears to be, man. Because they're gonna seem like they're cold when you're struggling, and but it's really not. It's just the way they're raised up. Imagine growing up the way they are. And then you bring them your problem, the problems that we have in our countries, we bring over here. It's nothing to them. You're not going to get any sympathy. It's going to seem like they're cold, but they're not. So if you fall in love with the wrong woman over here, man, it's going to be bad for you, man. CS says, what sites do you guys use to talk to girls online? Well, if you're going to go online, I would say CebuHonest.com. Cebu Honest. CebuAnas.com. Filipino Cupid. Those are about the two best ones. But remember, they're all on the same sites, guys. All the women. Sam Champion said, Calvin, just know that no matter the trolls, we got your back. Man, I appreciate it, Sam. And that's why all I worry about is my supporters. Kona Ranger said, if you guys go to Cebu, you will need tongue holders. Absolutely. And I agree, and I've always said that. When somebody said, where's the most beautiful women? Absolutely, Cebu. It's like a hub for all the other little places in the Visayas. They come to Cebu, just like they go to Manila to find work, but it's something about those Cebuanas. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. It's something, man. When you go there, you know, because some guy says, well, they're all over in the Philippines because there's no one Philippine. This place is vast, it's diverse. You're going to get just as many looks as you are languages, traditions, and cultures here, and weather patterns. We don't. There's a volcano not far from here. Alexander Neverman said, "What's tongue hold?" It's just, you know, your tongue's going to be dragging the ground. Conan Ranger said, I stole her from Superman. But I'm going to tell you, hey, Red Hot, it's just some knockouts over here. When I met my wife, she was 5 foot, 110 pounds, but she was 36, 26, 36. Now you look at that on a 100-pound body and imagine what that looks like. It's crazy. You're going to see some crazy stuff over here. Clint Dow says they try to hate, but we got your back. Do they help as many people as you? No. They don't help nobody. And let me remind you, they don't contribute anything to my channel. So why are they so critical of me? I don't get it, Clint Dow. But I really appreciate you, brother. I mean that too. Paulium said, start building a hotel, Cal. Now, I'm going to get that guest house. And you guys are welcome, man. I promise you. But yeah, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. You know, when I went to that bus station the other day, I wasn't surprised because it happens to me all the time. But I'm shocked overall because, you know, women aren't supposed to flock to me over here. See, if you listen to what people say, you know, Ty Cromwell says a black man with hair, where would we go for haircuts if we stayed there for a significant amount of time? Are the barbers skilled in black hair? That's a great question. You can find them more so up in Manila and back in Cebu. Outside of there, it's like a crapshoot, man. That's why I'm bald. The guy took me back right here like this in Dumageddon. I couldn't, it wouldn't grow back. But whenever you find a good barber, hold on to him. A good laundry, hold on to it. A good street vendor, hold on to it. A good restaurant, see, over here because, you know, it's few and far between, especially, you're right about that. See, they can give you a good fade, but that line that, you know, see, black men, we got a line. They're not good at that. I tell you, people laugh. Bring you some hair chalk, some line chalk, and line it out for them, man. Otherwise, you're going to be like me, brother, to be honest with you. But that's a great question, Ty, and I talk to people all the time about that. You can find one. It's best to go in a place like Bruno's, if you're in Cebu, but up by English City and along the pole where it's a lot of black expats and different things like that who live up there, they've got their own barbers, man. Sam Champion said, Calvin, every chance I get, I promote you and your channel to new guys think about visiting the Philippines. I tell them to go and start watching your videos. Thanks, Sam. Bravo29 says, because you are talking the truth. Thanks, Cal Devin, for that super chat. He said, I'm here. I'm ready for a nap. I saw my room out back next to the cows. I'll need a raise to pick up the cow patty, though. No, I'm going to hire somebody to do that. But if you see now those cows, they see them that we're working, they don't even bring them down there anymore. It's drying up. Yeah, JH makes a great point. He said, that's why I'm glad I lived in Thailand for years. When I get to the Philippines, there's no shell shock. That's a great point. Travel Mike said, yes, I made a mistake. I was in love, but she wasn't. I made a mistake, but I learned a lesson. Yeah, guys, it's hard. I don't know when to tell if somebody's in love. Just because they say it, does that mean they're in love? But you know when you're happy. Eddie Anderson Jr. says they're hating because you're giving too real and the truth about Philippines, man, and it's great that you're doing that so no one has blinders on. And see, that's exactly why I'm doing it, Eddie Anderson Jr. I don't want anybody to get blindsided like me. What I do is my mistakes have become my secrets. I give them to y'all. Don't leave the airport without changing some money, man. Magnolia State said LeBron got his fixed, though. Yeah, he got that money. See, I don't have it. Mashira Matano says, tell us more about why you don't drive a car or motorcycle. Thanks. Because the rules of the road are so much different over here. There are no rules. There are no stop signs that anybody pays attention to. There are no stop lights, no yield. They drive by mental telepathy over here. You come to a four-way stop, you got to know what that man's thinking. It's the most dangerous place in the Philippines is on the road, whether you're a passenger or a driver. That's the most dangerous place. Mashiro Matano. Ty Cromwell says our beards and facial hair frowned upon in the Philippines. They like a clean cut, man, but really, Filipinos aren't that. They're not that petty like that. They're not that immature, really, to be honest with you. Yeah, Travel Mike said it's scary as hell to drive there. Yeah, it's like when you first get over here, you're going to see it's like a